Alright guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Chinyere and you are on Chi Space. If this is your first time stopping by, you are absolutely welcome to my channel, and to my old subscribers, you are just the best. Yes, you keep this channel going by constantly coming back to click to watch any of the content I put up on YouTube. Yes, I am currently in the Kingdom of KSA, that's Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I never discussed this in my, should I say, in my old channel. Don't be surprised, this is not my first channel anyway. Let me not talk about what happened to that channel. So this is a fresh channel altogether. So I have never ever talked about this topic, despite that people always ask me. But I decided to talk about this on this very channel today, being that someone came up with this question again. Chi, why did you even leave the UK? You know, why Saudi Arabia? Well, I am not here to talk about why I moved to Saudi Arabia. I know somebody might be wondering, why am I in Saudi Arabia? If you want me to talk about it, put it down in the comment section. Probably it becomes a topic for me to talk about on my next contents. Meanwhile, talking about why I left the UK the time I left, I was in the UK for 3 long years. Yes, I was in the UK for 3 years. I went to UK with a student visa. Yes, mainly because I gained admission to study in the UK, 3 years program. So I got 3 years visa to study, work, and live in the UK as a student. So when I gained admission to study in the UK, things were still normal, and the rules or the laws have not changed. You know, in the Western world, places like the US, Canada, you know, the UK, from time to time, they go on changing their laws, the way things work. For every unit, for every section, especially immigration rules, they keep on changing from time to time. So when I gained admission, things were still normal, and I was studying. 1 year into my study, then came this, should I say, indecisive decision or controversial decision by the then Home Secretary, Theresa May, who later became the UK Prime Minister, I think for about a tenure and a half, or for about 4. She didn't finish her tenureship, her second tenure, if you ask me, because she later resigned, and for the current administration to come in. Yes, so she took that decision to scrap off a post-study visa. Yeah, so post-study visa is the visa that allows you as a student, either a degree student, master's student, PhD student, to have an extra 2 years visa to work in the UK. As soon as you graduate, when your study is over, you have that 2 years work visa. They call it post-study visa, to go on working in the UK, and it allows you a full-time work, just like a full-time staff in every of the organization in the UK. You know, so 1 year into my study, Theresa May, the then Home Secretary, you know, brought up this controversial idea of scrapping the post-study visa, of which it later materialized. You know, so whenever a law is proposed, it takes about 12 calendar months for the law to become effective. So that very law was actually promulgated or proposed in 2011, and it became effective in 2012. Yes, I had just 1 year to finish my program when it happened. We thought that something else was going to be done. Possibly they are going to change the policy to, you know, in our own favor or something. But it continued, you know, until 2012. I remember my flatmate, she graduated in 2012. Unfortunately, she couldn't get that post-study work, you know, post-study work visa. Then we knew that this is really serious, and definitely I'm going to be affected, being that I was going to be graduating in 2013, and the law became effective in 2012. That means I'm affected. So when I got through with my studies, that was in 2013, I finished my program in the month of June. Yeah, that was when I graduated. I had my graduation party with my friends and all that. My visa had just 3 more months to go. Was it 3 months or 4 months? So that wasn't enough time for me to find a graduate job in the UK. I was actually working as a student, but you know, part-time, you are limited or restricted to work just 20 hours a week. 20 hours a week, you can cover that just within 2 days. Meanwhile, I was doing 2 different jobs and going to school as well. I was so lucky. The other job I was doing, I was not getting the money from the bank. It was through my landlady anyway, a British nice lady. She was so kind. So she pays me cash at hand. In fact, that pay alone was sustaining my rents for the week, because I pay weekly rent of £55. Yeah. And that job, I earn £65. Yes. That's after 5 hours or thereabouts. You know, so it was really a fantastic job, a great opportunity for me, especially from my landlady. You know, yeah, she was so nice. So I was doing these 2 jobs, but that wasn't enough, you know. So when I had 4 months to go, what I had to do, having graduated, yeah, I now have the opportunity to work full-time, yeah, once you're done with your studies. So I was working full-time. I could remember those days, even while attending parties, birthday parties of kids. Hey, trust Nigerian students, we are just workaholics, despite that we are studying, and we were not taking our studies for granted, being that we pay huge amount of money, very exorbitant school fees to study in the UK. I paid £7,000 per year, times 3, that's £21,000. You know how much it is if you convert it to Naira. You know, this is not, my living expense is not included in this, and my rent and my bills excluded in this £21,000 in 3 years. That was exactly what I paid. Well, thanks to my big bros, Ansi, and to my kid bros, Oyebuchi. Both of them, they really supported me. In fact, they did their best. Ansi was just a dad. You know, my dad is late, but my big brother, Ansi, he's just my dad. I call him my dad too, because it's hard to see a brother that would spend so much. Some people thought I was in the UK, as in maybe I was living with a guy, or maybe a boyfriend sent me to the UK for studies, but that wasn't true. Even though I was deep-rooted in church in Nigeria, one of my church members, then NFCS president, he didn't believe me. He didn't believe it was my brother that sent me to the UK. Imagine, he thought that somebody else was sponsoring me, being that my parents are no more and blah blah. I said, it's my brother. He didn't believe me. I even sent him the payment receipt. Anyway, that's a bygone story. But men, some of them cannot even trust anybody. It appears they don't trust themselves, because that's the thing. If you don't trust yourself, you can hardly believe anyone, no matter how the person tries to convince you. So that was the story, you know. But thanks, I sincerely appreciate my sibs and those that were praying for me, because without prayer, I never knew that I could do that. You know, it was a lonely kind of lifestyle, having to survive as a single person in the UK. It wasn't easy, yeah, but I passed through all that, living alone. Firstly, somebody accommodated me, Amara, Sandra, Sandy Sweetness, thank you so much. She accommodated me for 4 months. Though, the first person that picked me up at the airport, Trish, wife to Joe Easy, certainly you'll be watching this content. Yeah, she's just one amazing lady. Up to this, she's British Jamaican, but I tell you that among all the friends I had in the UK then, Nigerians are among them, she's one out of many of them that has been communicating with me up till now. She's married to a Nigerian, but she keeps communicating with me right now that I'm in Saudi Arabia. So thanks Trish, thank you Joe Easy. They accommodated me for like 4 or 5 days. Then I moved into Sandra's house. Sandra accommodated me for free of charge, for 4 months in the UK. I wasn't paying no. In fact, I was sharing her room. She lives in should I say 3-bedroom apartment or so. She rented it down house. She was also a student as at then, you know, an Igbo lady, Amara. Thank you, Sandra. I cannot forget this. And after which I got my own apartment, I started paying because I already got a job then. Yeah, I started paying for myself and taking responsibilities of myself. I had to get a job. So I was saying something, the way Nigerian students, the way we do abroad, honestly, we go to the library with our work uniforms in our bag. I was doing a clinical healthcare assistant job. Yes, that was the work I did in the various hospitals in the UK then, especially in England, within Manchester area, because my school is around Manchester area, Bolton, Lancashire University, you know. So we would have our work uniform in our bag. I remember attending Joe Izzy's son's birthday party. I had my work uniform in my bag, you know, because when you do agencies work, they could call you at any time. So I was just expecting the call because I just wanted to work and raise money, you know. So they called me that night. I had to go from a birthday party to work straight. Oh, money is very important, I must tell you. No, they joke with money that time. And then I already had the opportunity to work, you know, full time, being that I was done with my program then, you know. So when it was around October time, though, I made up my mind that I had to go back to Nigeria in a way, being that I don't want to constitute nuisance. Yeah. You know, I must tell you that one terrible thing that would happen to anyone is to start living in a foreign country, illegal, without papers, you know, without visa. You will be hovering around the streets, hiding all the time. How can I go to abroad to study? I paid for my tuition and all that, and after which I chose to stay illegal in the country. No. So I was going to get a further studies, but then love was already knocking on my door. You know, Mr. Right was somewhere in Nigeria twisting my head. That's the story for another day, how we met. I know some of you might want to know this, how I met my husband. He was working in somewhere in Nigeria while I was studying in the UK. Let me not talk about it. So I decided to go home, being that I also found love, and we agreed that once we got married, that I will be coming back to UK or to the States for further studies. You know, sometimes you look at the dreams and aspirations of anyone you are getting into a relationship with. You know, this matters a lot. What is the person's focus in life? What is the person's plan, 2 to 3 years plan? You know, so we agreed on not staying in Nigeria soon after our marriage. So I decided to go home, yeah, for our wedding. I left the UK 26th October 2013. That was when I left the country. Then I still have visa for about 1 week, so but I decided to go. I didn't want to, you know, constitute nuisance or become a problem. Yeah, I didn't want my visa to run out in the UK. That wasn't the plan at all, you know. So that was how I left the UK. Yeah, so I hope I've explained myself better. But the good news now is that the law has changed. That was in 2019, September or thereabout. What's this guy's name? Boris Johnson, the current UK Prime Minister, you know, changed that law, and he brought back the post-study visa again. So that became effective last year, 2020. The law was promulgated, that was in 2019 September, and it became effective 2020 September. You know, so if you get admission to study in the UK, currently masters, PhD, degree, whichever level, at the end of your program, just be rest assured that you are getting a 2 years post-study visa. Yes, within 2 years, that's enough time for anybody to achieve anything. In fact, within 1 year of working in the UK, you can build a house in Nigeria. You can start a company in Nigeria. I'm telling you the truth. Talk more of the second year that you'll be staying in the UK. And remember, staying in the UK throughout the 2 years, with the 2 years post-study visa, you are allowed to work full-time. Now you go tire. I'm telling you. Now you go tire. Even though they cut the tax, yeah, you still get something. You still have something to save and start up something back home if you wish to go back to any country you are coming from. Otherwise, with 2 years is enough for somebody to get a job. Yes, professional job, depending on what you studied in the UK. You can get a job and settle down, Start doing your thing. Get your citizenship and boom, any country you must have come from. You know, if you are not interested in going back to UAR, that's a United African Republic, or whatever they call it this time around. All right, guys, I think this will be the end of this video. Thank you so much for stopping to watch. Yeah, please do not forget to like, comment, and hit the subscribe red button. See you again in my next content. Cha cha.